You're listening to the Chronicles of Living podcast, where we talk to everyday people about everyday things in the past, present, and future. Now let's talk.
Greetings, my visionary dreamers. And I hope that everyone has had an awesome weekend. And today is my first time live. And quite a little bit, I wound up having to do a pre-recorded podcast last week on account of my whole relocation. And hold on, I just want to get people to join me. And the thing is, I'm getting situated. For those who have been following me, you know I relocated for a career, a new venture in my life. And this is Adion, and this is the Chronicles of Living, and I am your dream pusher, your lifeguard, saving you from the world, from drowning in yourself, drowning in the things that go on, everyday life situation. And today's topic, you know, I just thought about it, and yes, I had a lot going on this past week. Just jumping right into work at my new with my new career and everything, and the whole move. But within this week, you know, I didn't get a chance to listen to the news as much and catch up on things, but I do have family members that live in Florida, Texas, and so I definitely was praying for all of them and checking to see how everybody was doing. Thank God, so far as I heard, everyone's okay. Don't know how their houses are, but at least they're okay. So I thought that it would be appropriate to talk on how to, you know, thrive in the midst of a storm. I didn't get a chance to put the details where I'm living now. My cell doesn't work. You know, it's always something. So I had to come to a Walmart near so that I can do this live broadcast. I will figure it out and get situated soon. Other than that. So, yes, guys, how to thrive. I didn't want to say, you know, how to survive, but yes, of course, it is part survival when you have things going on. And when I say in the midst of a storm, I'm not just talking about these hurricanes and the storms that's coming and hitting our different states, but I'm talking about the storm within you, the storm that you're going through, just any type of storm, you know, how to thrive in the midst of it. And I have never, thank God, been caught in, I would say, a tornado. Well, I lived in Georgia, so we did have a few bad storms, but I would say the one bad ice storm we had back in, I think it was 2010. And I thank God that I was I'm originally from Philadelphia, born and raised, so I'm kind of used to the snow. I had to go pick up a couple people that were stranded at the airport, but I guess that might be the worst situation that I've ever been in, and thank God that I was able to have food in the house because the city was locked down for about 3 days. So I know how it feels, and if you're not prepared, it can be devastating, and especially for our elders out here that don't have family. And if you know, I don't know if you're still in any town or if you ever are in a situation where you're having a storm and you're and is close by, please check on our elders, because you just never know. It could be your mother, your aunt, or whatever, your kinfolk stuck out there, and you will want someone to help them out as well. So I just want to say that, please, if anyone's listening to this and they have a neighbor or anybody that's close, not just for today, but just future, because we just never know. We never know when something devastating as these storms can come our way. So we definitely want to be prepared. And I know I'm going on about far as the storm, but it's just crazy. And I don't know, spirit wise, if you're a believer, the Bible talks about, storms and the weather in the last days. Now, everybody has their own belief. I do believe that this world will never end. When you think back on history, you think about all the different devastations, all the different wars that we have survived. And of course, we have lost a lot of people in the midst of them. But nevertheless, the world is ever growing. So I just really want to come on today and give people encouragement and give people motivation to know, because some people can get caught up in watching YouTube videos, watching the news, and get paralyzed. It's easy to get paralyzed by the things that's going on in the world. And I say to you to try your best to balance it out. Me, myself, I don't try. I do. I stay on a high vibration. And don't get me wrong, I'm human just like you. So therefore, when I'm in the midst of my storms, of course I might have my days that I'm feeling a little down. And I'm like, okay, when is the light going to shine? When is the light going to come at the end of this tunnel? But I'm here to tell you that, the days, it too shall pass. It too shall pass. Anything that you're going through right now, whether you're in Florida, whether you're in Texas, or, even though New Orleans but it's so many places that's been hit. I just want you to know, I too have lost everything and had to start all over so many times in my life. And I'm here to tell you that sometimes, no, not sometimes, all the times, no matter how bad the situation is and what you lose, if you still here and you're still alive and you're still breathing, then you have an assignment, you have purpose. And I'm not saying that the people that we lost didn't have purpose. They had purpose too. And we all need to understand and recognize that we have to give gratitude with what we have at the present moment, with where we are at the present moment in our life. We have to learn to give gratitude for that and thank God for every moment, because, these storms are coming, but you have people that live in countries that pretty much live in the conditions that the storms might leave the city in on a daily basis, and they survive it. They deal with it on a daily. And you have to learn how to look at the things that are positive in your life right now. If you have a loved one that's near you and that is with you through any type of storm, that right there, you should be giving gratitude to God for. You have to learn how to look at the positive and take from that and draw strength. If you leave, and a lot of people, they lose a lot of things. And to me, one of the most important things, I've been paying for storage forever, and one of the most important things is memories, pictures. And I know a lot of people are devastated when they lose pictures, but if you think about, we have all this social media now, and you have friends and family. Hey, if you got to snatch pictures from them, even though that's something that doesn't have nothing to do with, physically surviving, that's something that can give you, a smile, give you some hope, through this storm. And I really wanted to write an outline about what I wanted to talk about today because I worked today, so I didn't get a chance to really think everything out. But I just really want to talk from the heart. And, you know, when we go through storms, I truly know it's for our growth. It really is. Sometimes we hold on to things, whether it be materialistic, whether it be people, whether it be whatever. We hold on to things. And sometimes, when you hold on to things, things are, you know, taken from you to lighten your load, and in this sense, I'm talking about if you're going through, losing a home or having to move, having to start all over, going through divorce, going through just any type of loss. I'm not talking about the physical of life, but I'm talking about the material. Sometimes, we need to lighten our load so that we can move forward. I have lightened my load tremendously with this move, and I feel so good because it's like when you realize in life that a house, yes, you might have built this house, you might have paid for the mortgage, and then a storm comes along and you feel like you lost everything. No, sometimes it's time to start all over for real. Sometimes it's time for a new chapter in your life. And once you embrace that new chapter, you'll be surprised how things will start flowing and how positive things will start coming your way, how opportunities will just start coming your way that you never even thought could exist, for you. But when we hold on to things, rather we, grew up in this house for years and then all of a sudden this storm comes along or things happen that you have to move, you look at it like it's a loss. You got to start looking at it like it's a gain. Because if you had something for so many years, you've been in one spot for so many years, how can you grow? How can you go out here and meet new people? If you are a person that's in the midst of this storm, or you have a family member that's in the midst of this storm, just know that now you're going to meet new people, from different places and different backgrounds, and you never know what type of connections will come from those new people that you meet in the midst of this storm. And I know that this is not something that, when you're in the midst of it, you're like, oh, Adion, come on. I understand it. I get it. I really do. But it wasn't until I changed my thinking and I started embracing my storms and my new start overs or startups, or however you want to label it, that I started really meeting new people and learning new things. And not just learning new things, but learning new things about me, about who I am, about my capabilities, about my strength. When you're going through struggles and storms, you will find so much about you, so much out about yourself that you never knew you had in you. New you wind up because you're forced, you'll start thinking outside the box. But you cannot, the one thing you cannot do is you cannot wallow in pity of the things that you lost. Because if you wallow in pity, and I say this respectfully, then guess what? You will never see the bigger picture, because you can't focus on what you lost because it's gone. It's gone. It's just like you can't focus on what happened yesterday. Yesterday is gone. You can't get yesterday back. Only thing you could do is focus on today and the future. That's all you can do. So with that being said, if you can take some paper and just start writing down the things that you would like to accomplish moving forward, you'd be surprised how much strength that will start giving you. Start writing down, take out some paper and write down a list of your strengths. Write down a list of the things that you can do. I mean, some people Whether they lost their job because they were terminated or because of something else, or whether they lost their job in the midst of these hurricanes and stuff coming up, because whole companies are being wiped out along with your home, people's individual residence. So imagine all the people, with businesses, the employees that, are now jobless. My heart really goes out to them. But everybody is going to have to find their way. Everybody is going to have to find a new way that is dealing with this. And the best way I could tell you to start is just that. Me coming into this new career, when I looked at the different opportunities that they had, the different job opportunities that they had open, it made me realize and see that, wow, my journeys, my moving and starting over time and time again, along the way, I have collected so many skills because I was kind of forced to. When you have to move and you have to start all over, sometimes the things that you're used to doing is not available for you to do anymore. So now you have to learn something new, which means that's a part of you growing, which is a great thing. Now you have more to add to your resume, your portfolio. Now you have more doors open to you once you learn that new skill. And in learning that new skill, of course, you're going to meet new people. I just want to encourage y'all that everything, no matter how bad it looks, it is going to be okay. Trust me, it is going to be okay. Darkness do not last forever. If you lost a loved one, just embrace the fact that you had that person in your life, that you were able to enjoy that person, and think about the good times. Don't focus on the loss. You think about the blessings that you got out of that person, being with that person, knowing that person. There's so many people out here that don't even have family, and wish they could have had one moment with whoever you lost. Please know that anybody that you lost in this time-space reality, their spirit is still around. We move on. We move on. And you got to learn to be happy for them. You have to. And I just really hope that the words that I'm speaking will touch people out there in some type of way, in a great way, because we are strong. We are strong individuals. Sometimes we just don't realize how strong we are until the struggle comes, until the storm comes, and you look and you just realize, like, wow, I made it through. I just need all of y'all to think, because I'm sure that whatever you're going through right now, this is not the first event. This is not the first time that you are going through something, a crisis, whatever it is. This is not the first time. If you're, sometimes in your teens, sometimes you go through things when you're young. This is not the first time. Think about the time before that you made it through. Gain strength from that. That's what I do. When I'm going through something, a storm or something that's uncomfortable, I think about the last time that I was uncomfortable. And I think about the outcome of when I came through. That's what I do. I focus on the good. And it's always good. The outcome is always good. There is light at the end of this tunnel for those of y'all who are going through whatever you're going through. There is light at the end of the tunnel, and this too shall pass. As they say, tough times don't last, tough people do. So get tough, y'all. Put on your strong suit and do the damn thing. Start writing some things down. As y'all know, that's what I live by. I write things out. It's best to write things out. See it on paper. Visualize it. Where are you going now? This is a new adventure in your life. When you're starting all over, it is a new adventure. And that's what you need to look at it as. Okay, what am I going to do for this chapter in my life? It's like we are walking books. And you are in charge of writing your new chapter. You are the writer. You are the author of your new chapter, the next chapter in your life. What is it going to be? What did you leave behind? What did this struggle force you to leave behind? Think about that. Rather it be separating from different people because you got to move to a whole nother state with family or friends. Maybe it's some people that you needed to let go, but you didn't have the strength to let go. And because you're going through whatever you're going through, rather it be some type of separation or rather it be a relocation for whatever reason, maybe it's some people that you needed to cut ties with. I know I had to cut some ties with a lot of people that I pretty much was holding on to, and I was holding on to them and not realizing I was holding on to them. But it was when the new opportunity came, different new opportunities came along, and then I look back at those so-called used to be friends or associates, I realized that they were holding me back from my full potential because I was focused on the friendship with them. I was focused on, helping them to do their best. So I say all that to say sometimes we're forced out of our comfort zone so that we can grow, so that we can reach our full potential. Understand that, y'all. Sometimes we're forced out of our comfort zone so that we can grow and become all that God has created us to be. And that's what this is all about. That's what it's all about. We all go through the storm. We all go through struggles. It's just in different ways. So I'm going to cut this short. I really hope that whoever hears this, I didn't get a chance to really promote it like I wanted to. And I know there's a lot going on and people are pretty much probably praying and trying to keep in touch with their family members and keep tuning in to the news and what's going on. But I just need y'all all to stop for a minute. Stop for a minute. Stop watching what's going on. Stop thinking that, the world is coming to an end. Stop thinking like that. And if you're not right and you don't have a relationship with God, think about this. Just talk to him. If sometimes some people don't know how. He loves us all. God loves us all. Whatever your religion is, there is a God. I truly believe that. And he loves us all. And just talk to him. And just, don't complain. But ask him for strength to help you through whatever you're going through. Ask him for strength and guidance. And ask him to show you your next move, the path you need to walk, and the people that you need to be involved in. If you do that, just watch. Watch. Things are going to get better, y'all. Trust and believe. Things are going to get better. These times always pass. You think about all the different things this world has been through, the wars and all of that stuff. My grandpa survived World War II. His leg got burnt up, but he survived it. And God brought him through World War II to go on and to create a beautiful big family. And that right there in itself is something amazing. When I think about that, he could have lost his life, but God spared him in something as big as World War II. He spared them. Not only did he spare him, he allowed him to live to 90 years old. 90 years of his life he lived. And in the midst of him going through the wars, he was able to travel, learn to speak 5 different languages. And this is what I'm talking about, y'all. You look at what you're going through and really evaluate what you're learning, what you're gaining from it. Look at what you're gaining from it. Even though it looks crazy and it feels bad, you are gaining something from it. So I'm going to leave y'all with that. Prayers out to everybody. Prayers out to everyone's family, everyone's friends that's out there. And I know things are going to get better. We all got to believe together. We all have to send those prayers out to God together. When we come in unity, the days get brighter faster. So I'm going to leave you guys. And until tomorrow, I will talk to you then. I love you guys. This is Adion, your dream pusher, your lifeguard, saving you from drowning in the world, saving you from drowning in yourself, and pushing you to living out your dreams, your visions to your full potential. I love you guys.
Thank you for listening to Chronicles of Living, where we talk to everyday people about everyday things in the past, present, and future. And if you are pursuing your dreams, I'm proud of you. Because the best part of life is when you decide to live. To keep up with us, please visit chroniclesofliving.com. Until next time, this is Adion, your dream pusher. I love you guys.